Hello everybody and welcome back once more to Anime Yay or Nay. I am TheOutbackAl.
I'm Hot for Justice.
I'm Yin&Jung.
I'm Chibi Noob.
I'm NV Jitters.
And I'm CheerandCosplay.
And Kozi may or may not be joining us later, do you know?
Don't know.
Don't know. We'll see what happens. Which kind of makes sense for the show for this week. It's a slice of life. We're going on our underrated recommendations. This week's was Chibi's week. Chibi, do you want to introduce this show?
Okay. So the show that we watched this week is called Tamako Market. It is a slice of life, rom-com sort of anime, about a girl named Tamako, whose family runs a mochi shop. And it's about her finding this, I want to call him a cockatoo.
I think it's a cockatoo, yeah.
And basically this cockatoo is looking for a bride for his prince because he's a bird from a distant country, I guess. So the bird shows up and he's like, oh, I think you will be the perfect bride for my prince. And essentially, like, they give him some mochi. He eats the mochi. And he essentially eats too much mochi. He becomes overweight and can no longer fly. Yep. So he's a flightless bird. And the rest of the show is just kind of centers around her and her friends and her neighbors and just all the shenanigans that happen. It's really cute. This show is actually from like 2013, from the winter season that year. I think I watched it that summer, which was like the summer right before I went off to college. So yeah, I've got some fond memories of this one. I actually was introduced to it because Gav recommended it to me. And I think you showed me an episode, and I saw that the main character twirled a baton, and that actually kind of was what got me interested.
Yeah.
And it's by Kyoto Animation, who's the king of slice of life anime.
I mean, yeah. But it was actually also, and I just found this out now, it was written by Riko Yoshida, who actually also was one of the writers for the Tokyo Mew Mew manga.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah. So,
does it? I would have expected more fantastical, action-y things if it was.
I mean, this is like about 10 years down the line, though, so, and also I think Yoshida was more of sort of writing scenarios for Miya Ikumi, who was more the artist for the series. So I think she did more like direction for where to take it, as far as that goes. What did everyone else think of it?
I mean, I private messaged you last week. I kind of binged it in like 3 days, and not just the anime, but the movie too. So I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was cute.
How many episodes was this?
12.
Okay, I guess it's not a lot. Where do you find the time, though, to binge all these series? I feel like this is like every other time that I talk to you about, like, oh, we watched this thing, or we watched a couple episodes of this, you're like, oh yeah, I watched all of that yesterday. Like,
it's called not having anything to do with my life after work, and I watch and sometimes I watch anime all evening.
Okay. Yeah.
I wish I had that motivation.
Yeah.
I'm always editing shit.
I liked it. I mean, I think my favorite part of the show was just at first I wasn't a big fan of Dara the talking bird, but then as he got along and the situations around him, it's basically the number one rule of comedy. You want your character to suffer, but in a good way, and the shenanigans that he gets into made me laugh. And the show itself is really cute. Like, I think the whole market aesthetic with Tamako and her family, and then her, the people around the market. It gave me a lot of Kiki's Delivery Service vibes in that sense, like a small, tight-knit community. So
Gav, what are your thoughts? You apparently recommended this, and now it's being recommended to others.
So I don't even think I had watched more than one episode when I recommended it. I think I just saw that the main character twirled a baton, and I was like, Chibi and I twirl batons. And
Yeah.
But because I definitely had not seen any more than the first episode before. I watched the first 3 episodes today, earlier today for this podcast, and I was like, yeah, I don't remember seeing these, so I must have not watched that much of it. But I thought it was adorable anyway. I enjoyed it. I actually put the speed up because I was afraid I wouldn't finish it in time for the podcast. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna put it at the first 2 episodes at double speed. And it was so funny putting it at double speed. I was like, oh my god, they sound like chipmunks. And the shenanigans go by pretty quickly anyway in the anime. So it was just a bunch of stuff back to back to back really fast that almost didn't make a whole lot of sense, and and I was laughing the whole time. But it's cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
I'm gonna be such an outlier here.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. I know this
how
is
much
not
of
for everyone.
Yeah, I don't know how much of an outlier you're gonna be. I don't know that I liked it that
I feel
much.
like it's just not our type of anime, and maybe
Oh, for
that's...
sure.
I can absolutely see
That's-
why people
Yeah.
would enjoy this.
I feel like if you're a fan of this genre, it's really good. But I think it's just not my genre is probably the reason why I was a little bored.
Yeah.
But I thought the shenanigans were cute, and I thought the girls were nice, and I liked the little Valentine's Day episode. I found the bird kind of annoying. I'm gonna admit it. I didn't really like the bird.
Oh yeah,
I'm
no,
assuming-
meant to be annoying at the beginning.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming he's
I
just
guess
one of those.
so.
He's one of those characters who's supposed to grow on you like a fungus.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's fair. That's fair. And maybe if I were to continue, I would like it more later on. But once again, sometimes I felt like nothing was happening. And I think that's a bit of the appeal of these kind of shows, is that they're relaxing and just cute and fun. So I can totally see the appeal. I think I like more action or conflict in a show, and that's just a personal preference. I don't think it's anything against this show at all. I think it was very nice. But I guess it just didn't hook me personally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm kind of on the same wavelength as you. It gave me KyoAni vibes, and I'm really not a KyoAni fan. Which
Well,
just makes
same
sense. It's
studio.
Kyoto Animation, yeah.
Yep.
You said this was 2013, right?
Yep.
That was right in that we're just gonna turn moe into a genre, and we're not really gonna worry about having plot anymore.
Yeah.
And I
mean,
wasn't
it was
always
funny.
a fan of those years.
I mean, to be fair, I definitely see, the art style is definitely it's quite moe, but I will say it's not quite as moe as some other things that I have seen. For sure. Anyway.
Yeah, not my genre. I don't think.
It's okay.
It's definitely.
I
will
mean,
say,
it
the
is
animation-
literally just a show that I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
turn my brain off.
I mean, and that was kind of what I was thinking a little
I
bit.
get that part of it.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that myself as
Al,
well. and it was-
I'm a little
All right.
surprised. I feel like you like the dad jokes kind of thing.
Okay, so I
Were
was gonna
there
say
dad jokes?
I was gonna bring this up, and part of the problem was we watched this subbed. I don't always find that Japanese humor translates very well through subtitles. Is part of the problem sometimes for me, and I was gonna say this is a show that I could probably just put on the background and just sort of half watch while I'm doing something, but at the same time it's I don't understand Japanese, so I can't half watch it. I'd have to read the subtitles to see what's going on, otherwise it's just noise and I don't know what's going on. So
It's time to learn Japanese.
that, or I find an English dub. Is there an English dub of this?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not that
Okay,
good
I
in
screwed
my
up.
opinion. I
But-
tried to watch a few clips of it.
One way or
I
the
mean,
other,
that
it's
might make it even more funny.
maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say. I feel like really bad funny dubs kind of died whenever 4Kids started falling off. but that's a conversation for a different day. I think, yeah, comedy is very hit or miss when it comes to anime for me. And I think that might be like a bit of like, sometimes it's a cultural thing, sometimes it's a pun thing with a language that doesn't translate when you're writing it into English. And it's like, okay, I don't get it unless I'm like very into whatever this thing is. And if I'm not, then it's lost on me. I did find it funny that the dads reminded me of Kyle and Stan from South Park, but that's more of an aesthetic element that I was just like, okay, this is headcanon for me now. But, where were the dad jokes? And what were they?
They're sprinkled throughout it. Like, they're very cheesy jokes when they're up.
Yeah, but like, what were they? Because I don't even think they registered to me.
Put me on the spot like this.
I apologize.
Have brain damage.
I apologize, but like, I was genuinely like, were there dad jokes in this?
Yeah.
I'm
not sure about the first couple episodes, but
there was one that was like, I don't know if this is considered a dad joke or just like a play on words.
That's
but
dad
like,
jokes.
Okay, but like the bird was like saying his name, and
Mochi's
it sounded
disgusting.
Yeah,
Right.
Mochi's disgusting.
Right. Yeah. I did see that.
I mean, it's
It takes a
unintentional
minute.
dad jokes in that case.
Yeah, it kind of takes again, subtitles and all that sort of stuff. I'm reading it, I'm trying to go through the thing and then watch the thing. It's like, I think I just kind of like, I registered it, but like, I don't know. This guys just didn't do anything for me. The animation's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny.
it's certainly cute.
how gay is it? More than you'd think.
Yeah.
All right,
Everyone's in love
yeah.
with this kid.
Yeah, at least for one of the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
everyone's
also
just...
think the dads might be boning on the down low.
It's Stan and Kyle. We know that. Also, I think the flower shop owner is Princess Kenny, but that might just be me. I don't know. I'm still looking for a Cartman. The only like fat annoying person is the bird, but that feels like a stretch. I don't know.
Yeah, he's not like overtly malicious enough to be Cartman.
It'd be hard to
is
sell
anyone
it. No one is
that overtly malicious?
No one aside from like a straight up Nazi in a dramatic World War II movie is as malicious as Cartman.
I
But-
did find it kind of creepy that the bird kept hitting on that girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He hits on everyone.
I know
Is
it's...
he a robot?
No.
No,
Okay,
he's
what
an
is
actual
with
talking
his-
bird.
What is with his eyes and the projector?
Yeah, okay.
So,
like I feel like
Magic!
Yeah, there is
They
there
explain
is
that later
magic
in the
in
series.
it later.
Okay.
interesting because it really felt like they're really glossing over this whole talking animal with eye projection.
Yeah,
and all
they're
this other
just
sort of
like,
stuff.
I mean, it's
that's
one of
nice.
those things where once people get used to it, it's like, oh, hey, Dara, there you go. It's like they just get used to it.
I get that, but it
So-
feels like they barely asked questions when it started.
So I think
adult life is already so goddamn weird. This might as well happen.
But I
Yeah,
thought this is a slice of life. It's not supposed to be that weird.
it's kind of just one of those things where, yeah, they do just sort of accept it, but it does get explained along the way. And I think because he's a talking bird, they kind of just let it go.
So
I mean,
just
going back to the Kiki comparison, people just accept that witches exist and that magic exists. So
Okay, but there
I mean,
feels
that's
like
just kind of a world building
Yeah,
thing, though.
that's like there's a
You know,
history there.
I kind of looked at it more as like, it's Japan. They could have thought it was like a fancy new animatronic.
Why didn't anyone say that then?
I'm guessing that the thing with the prince becomes more of a plot. Like, does he get involved?
Yeah, it becomes more of a thing later on, especially it becomes more part of the series once episode 7 hits. And we get
Okay.
another new character introduced.
Okay.
So.
Gotcha.
yeah, there is a reasoning for Dara's glowing eyes, but it's nothing too complicated. Nothing that you would think.
So
So
it's not that
magic.
it's
Okay.
not that complicated.
It
when
is
the
just
talking-
magic.
when the
It is
talking
literally
bird
just
starts
magic.
shooting eye beams.
I'll accept it if it's just magic. I feel like there's a note of just magical realism in this where they're just like,
Yeah.
okay, and it's just the way the world is. So I can
I mean,
accept
magical
Okay.
magical realism is like a genre that is definitely more prevalent in Japanese media than it is over here, so there's also that.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I can accept it. I was just wondering if he was a robot. That's all.
No.
No,
He's alive.
he is a talking bird.
Okay. It's exactly what it looks like.
Yep. Now,
The badminton girl
yes.
in the opening scene, or opening, it's the theme song, whatever.
Uh-huh.
She's there. They flash her so quick that it wasn't until later when we actually saw her playing badminton that I realized that was supposed to be a racket, like in a case.
Yeet.
The
What do you
first
think it was?
2 episodes, I thought it was a yaoi paddle.
Oh.
Oh, in the opening.
In the opening, yeah.
Yeah, because in the first episode, you do see her playing badminton.
I'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
honest, Cece.
And it's still glossed.
That feels like a you thing.
Yeah.
No, okay. Cece literally looked over at me and was like, I really thought that said yaoi on it in Japanese.
No, not in it said
Yeah.
vision, I think.
Yeah, man.
But
that's a
I have
you
trouble with
thing.
cursive. I thought it said yaoi.
Yeah, that just
Now
seems...
we know where Cece's mind goes at night.
Exactly.
Always.
I
You
think...
don't want to know.
No, I think we know very well at this point. We know where Gav's mind's going, straight to the circus, and we know where your mind's going. So,
To the
you know,
trash.
the fun part for the audience is figuring out where the rest of our minds are going during all of this. We will slowly reveal all of our stuff.
So,
Well,
another.
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what did everyone think of, like, the opening and the ending? Just because it's something we usually address.
I like the opening and the ending.
I feel like it was like a little weird how like music video it went.
I
And
kind of
just
like
because
that.
like she's so young.
Oh, wait, what?
Just with, like, all the close-ups.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a weird stylistic choice, given the character's age.
Wait, were they
I
like
will
close-ups?
say-
Am I forgetting something here?
Probably, or wherever you were watching it just didn't have the ending.
I thought
Wait,
we
what was the ending
Okay,
like?
I'm gonna be honest. We watched the ending, and I don't remember it at all.
The beginning part of the ending, you're like
Is-
watching her walk along in her shoes.
It starts with the record player.
Okay, I remember the record player. This walking
That's-
sounds vaguely familiar,
Oh,
but it might just be
wait.
that it's in every single anime
When it was
opening.
like, I take my contacts out and the world gets blurry.
Oh,
and
right.
stuff.
And
Yeah.
we were like, what's
Like, oh.
going on with this song? What is this about?
I'm 14 and this is deep.
I was
They
paying
kind
too
of
much
show
attention to
close-ups
lyrics.
of her at times. It's almost like a music video in a way.
Okay, yeah, I think we were trying to figure out what the song was supposed to be about.
I was
That might
looking
have
at the
been, but
lyrics
yeah.
the whole time.
I liked the opening. Sorry, it was cute.
It was
fun.
nice. It was
I
nice.
actually
Cute.
thought because of the top hat and they were changing the bird. I thought she was gonna be a magician.
No.
Yeah.
I know that's dumb, but I was like, oh, she's a magician. I'm like, okay, are they gonna have like I think like like I said, this is not really my genre, but like I can get behind certain things when it's like, okay, it's a slice of life. Slice of life in general is not really my genre that often, but I can get behind it when it's like, okay, we're going to explore like a hobby or an area of, whatever.
You wanted it to be about the mochi.
I mean, I'd be interested in that. Like, what is it like running a mochi shop? What are the different kinds of mochi? They're kind of doing that a little bit. What are some of the, like, I don't know. Again, I'm not a big fan of KyoAni because it's supposed to be like a music anime, and it just isn't. So, yeah.
What about the one with the girl with like the bob cut and the glasses and the pink cardigan?
In this
Kyoka no
show,
Kana?
or is this a different show?
Kyokai no Kanata?
Yeah.
Beyond the Boundary?
Yeah, it's that one.
Okay,
That's by the same people, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
what is this one about? I don't think I know this one.
It's slice of life that's also magical realism, I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
yeah.
was really popular. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it.
I do remember hearing about it, and I saw it quite a bit, like, around the time that it was out, but it only really lasted for about a year in the public subconscious. It kind of died out.
What's this one?
This
Mm.
Say this one
This
again. I'm
one.
going to try to look it up.
beyond the boundary.
Beyond the boundary.
It was more like violent than like other slice of life ones, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely have seen this girl.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is this like a show they're like fighting monsters or something?
Yep.
Okay, I'd be interested in that, but that's like...
Is that even slice of life at that point?
That's a plot.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
a
it's still
plot. That's
slice
not
of
just,
life.
you know, let's have some moe girls just do moe shit.
I mean, it's like slice of life, but this is their life.
I mean, if you
Yeah,
follow,
their life
if
is
you
just,
follow
like,
a serial
interesting.
killer on his daily routine, is that technically a slice of life?
Oh, you're gonna get a lot of slices
Yeah.
of life
Killing
there.
stalking.
Look at you with the dad jokes.
Anyways, like, they really, I feel like even in that, they incorporated kind of like the moe cuteness very well. So, like, it's possible to do it.
Yeah,
Moe
I mean,
cuteness is kind of KyoAni's thing, though.
absolutely.
So I
Yeah.
will also say that.
I think, like, to some degree, like, I think Moe's been there for a while. It was, like, you know, kind of here and there in spots, and then suddenly in, like, the mid-2000s through to, like, the mid-2010s, it was, like, this is a whole genre now.
Well, yeah, because you had
Cute girls doing
Lucky Star and
blank,
Love
or
Lives
just-
that kind
yeah.
of pushed that over the edge.
Fucking... I was also going to say
Honestly,
KyoAni.
So Lucky Star, also by the same
Oh, yeah, I know,
studio.
that's what I'm saying, like-
this, like, we know where the
I
problem
also
came
don't
from.
think Love Live was a contributing factor because
No, that was late game.
No.
That was
Love
late game.
Live was like a YouTube project originally.
I definitely think this is a result of, like, the popularity of KyoAni for a while. Because that was a big one in that genre. And then, like, now it's... Yeah, I think the moe thing is still kind of a genre, but now it's just permeated everywhere. So
I
it's like, we
mean-
can't escape it. I'm not saying we should try to escape it, but it's just like, it's here. We're living with it.
I think it's just its own genre now. It's in its lane, you know? And it's like
yeah,
people
I
who want to
was-
seek it out, and I think that's great, you know?
Yes.
I think
but-
it's like one of those things where I think like the art style is definitely aimed more toward a specific audience too. So there's also that. But
Yeah, I guess we're not thinking of it very much in like the cultural relevance it would actually have in Japan.
yeah, like I know a lot of these shows, especially typically like moe, cutesy, slice of lifey shows, they're all usually like aimed at like an older male audience.
Yep.
At least like 18 to 30.
Yep.
So take that for what it is.
It's like the whole Pokemon argument versus Call of Duty argument. Pokemon, target audience. Well, target audience, kids. Actual audience, adult males.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to make sense to anyone else, but
Hmm.
does anyone else know what cesium is?
No.
It's an element?
Yes, it is. Okay, so whenever they started doing atomic testing and
Yes.
you know dropping atomic bombs and that, it released cesium into the atmosphere, and now the whole world is basically covered in it, and it's
Mhm.
you know it's distributed enough that it's not majorly killing anyone with radiation poisoning, but it's like there was a thing from a while ago where they were able to test if a old bottle of wine really was from like the 1700s, because like anything past 1940 has cesium in it. So if they were able to test it didn't have it in it, it was real and it came from before that. Blah blah blah. This is like a long explanation being like, that's what moe is. It exploded in the late 2000s, and now it's just everywhere, and it's we're all gonna slowly die from it.
You know what? That is the best analogy I've ever heard in my entire life. You win the internet tonight.
Moe
I
is
think-
the anime equivalent of cesium-137, a
God.
I
byproduct
think I
of
would
uranium.
prefer that because a lot of moe isn't like overtly sexual,
Yeah.
That is a fair point.
which was a nice branch off
Yeah.
of typical anime that was produced.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really honest, like, when a slice of life show is cutesy but isn't like very fan servicey, that's usually where I'm like, okay, this is good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the fact that this didn't really have any, like, overtly sexual or undertones, like, kind
I
of
would hope not. They're in
like
middle
it.
school or
Nope,
something,
high
aren't
school.
they?
Yeah, they're in
Wow.
high school. But
Definitely
it's
not
just,
going
it's like,
to JoJo high school.
Yeah, they said
Yeah.
they turned 16.
It's like you either become a JoJo character or a toddler in high school.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where it's like, yeah, no, this is nice. This is good because some shows they do tend to sexualize young kids, women, adults.
we
not
know.
Okay.
Yup.
I feel like watching this is kind of like the same audience that like probably Ouran High School Host Club.
Which I also watched.
Yeah. Like, it's just cutesy and funny at times.
I feel like Ouran tended to lean more towards a comedy than a slice of life show, though. And that might be why I like it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Like the
Ouran also just sort of had, like, a very interesting cast.
Yeah,
as well,
they were like
so
straight up
I'm sorry.
comedic out the gate. What's
And
up?
what part of the flamboyant fat bird does not scream overt comedy to you?
Okay, he is supposed to be overtly comedic. The rest of the show feels like slice of life with comedy elements. Ouran is straight comedy with slice of life.
Straight
That's
is
what I'm
questionable.
feeling. Okay,
Yeah,
you know
but tish.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's nice that they're reacting like normal people would at times.
Yeah. Until they just drop it.
Yeah.
It's a little weird that they drop it.
I think to me it is like this one does feel a little bit less comedic. Like when I think of a slice of life, I guess you could say something like I really enjoyed the hell out of like Nozaki-kun. I feel like that one was more
There's
comedic.
two
I
different
don't know.
types of slice of life. There's
Yeah,
the
it's
dramatic
like
slice of
different.
life, and then there's the comedic slice of life. And even then, those can branch off into different subgenres.
Yeah, because sometimes dramatic slice of life, like I like dramatic slice of life like 5 centimeters per second or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like this is dramatic slice of life. This is definitely more
It's
comedic,
a much lighter
but it's
fare.
like a pleasant comedic, not like a ha 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 comedic. It's like relaxing comedic.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's just slice of life. Like, it's that middle ground of everything. Of, like, it's not overly comedic, it's not overly dramatic, it's not, like, overly... It's just right in the... It's neutral slice of life.
Yeah, there are different genres in slice of life, I think, and people have different tastes within the genre. So I think there are lots of slice of life subgenres that I enjoy a lot.
I mean,
and then there are certain ones that, you know.
I mean, 2 years
I
ago,
don't
Kyoto. Well, when Tamako Market came out 2 years ago, Kyoto Animation did another slice of life that we previously talked about, Nichijou, and that was anything but ordinary. So that's what I'm saying. There's two different kinds of. There's different types of slice of life.
You didn't like that one either, huh?
I feel like I get it. I feel like I
Loves
get it
Nichijou.
confused with Azumanga
Wait.
Daioh a lot.
Wait, huh? They didn't do Nichijou.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't. I'm not seeing it here.
Just Google Nichijou. Oh, I still got the cesium thing up. Nichijou. Okay, it's just giving me the magazine.
Oh, they did the OVA.
And they did the anime, and then they did the
Yeah.
anime afterward.
Yep, they did the anime.
Huh.
Kyoto Animation.
No, it's just not listed here on their Wikipedia page.
But it's on Nichijou's Wikipedia page.
They're
I don't
ashamed
know.
of it.
No, sometimes the studio like animates it, but they're not like the production
I
studio.
mean, I just went on
there you
the
go.
Nichijou. I just went on the Kyoto Animation wiki. It's right under KyoAni.
Where?
It's right under KyoAni
Oh.
Plus. Or exclamation
Studio,
point.
Kyoto
You said
Animation.
2 years after.
Oh, I meant to-
not 2
excuse
years
me, I-
before.
Oh, you were looking in the wrong spot.
I thought I said 2 years before, but
No. I heard 2 years after. I'm like, Nichijou came out in 2015? I thought we watched it earlier than
yeah,
that.
no, I should have said 2 years before, 2011. But
You're fine. It's cool. I was just confused.
I feel like I didn't
Like,
like that
where
one
is
that
it?
much either.
no,
But I don't
Yeah,
remember for sure.
And the thing is like that one is more comedy, but it's more situational comedy.
No, it's just like wacky comedy.
That's true.
There's no magic at all in that show other than the scarf that the professor makes for the cat. And even then, you can maybe say that's kind of like pseudoscience. And yet, that show feels more magical and insane than Tamako Market is.
You know, I'm like looking at Kyoto Animation's like filmography here. And they got some good stuff on here. I won't say that they don't, but it's the further like I like a lot of their earlier stuff.
Yeah, because it's got Haruhi.
And Violet Evergarden
It's also got
really
Full Metal
great
Panic
too.
Fumofu and the second raid. But like the further they go, the more I'm like, I don't know that this studio's for me.
Watch a Violet Evergarden, you'll like that show.
Honestly,
Yeah,
Sound Euphonium's not too bad. It's really cute.
Which one's
It's
that?
So Sound Euphonium is a slice of life, but
Oh,
it is
really?
about people in high school, and they're all in band. It's like a bunch of people just all playing, like band instruments.
Okay.
One of them is a euphonium.
Okay, is it actually about people in a band and doing things with that? Or is it like KyoAni
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, we're gonna make a band, but we're just gonna sit around and drink fucking tea for like the whole show?
No, it's about
Also,
this
the
girl.
Baton
She
Club in
wants.
this one.
She
Wait, is
wants
that
to.
where the tea joke came from?
Yeah, that's where the motherfucking tea joke came from.
So the girl wants to learn how to play the euphonium. So it's about her going to band class, learning how to play, and making friends along the way.
Okay, see, I'm down for that. And I think that might be also the reason why I like Nozaki. Part of it is Nozaki's just really funny. But
Oh,
like
yeah.
part of that is
Yeah.
also like, hey, I'm kind of learning about manga here. That's interesting. You know? It's like you have a thing to do. I just want them to do things.
One thing about Sound Euphonium is that, like all Kyoto Animation shows, but like especially for that show, they...
Oh god, that does look gorgeous.
I was gonna say, yeah, the animation has
shit.
no reason to be as good as it is for that type of show.
Oh yeah, no, that animation was beautiful. I
Oh,
actually
they
did
did
watch the first season. It's very well animated.
They did a silent
They're-
voice. That's a good one too.
That's like
Yeah,
my favorite
That's a late
animated
one
one.
They're
that I'm a fan of.
glamorizing life.
And you can't forget the most important one, Free.
Yeah, there is also that.
Yeah, it's alright.
Listen, I was obsessed with Free.
I
I think
think-
a
Like
decent
everyone
chunk of this
was.
group was for a bit.
I think 50% off is better.
I've never seen
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, no, 50% off is way funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing you could always say about Kyoto Animation is like they're like the best anime studio in regards to like how they treat their employees and how their work condition is. Like they're salaried employees and they don't make them do crunch and anything like that. Like they're like that arson that happened a couple years ago. It couldn't have happened to a worse studio because like they did not deserve that at all.
Yeah.
Which studio did Wonder Egg Priority?
That was
Which one was
Cloverworks.
that? Okay.
Yeah, that was an offshoot studio that was made from A1 Pictures a couple years ago, and they're
Okay.
they've done a bunch of other shows.
I was only wondering because the art style I feel is very similar to some of KyoAni's stuff. So I was just curious. Anyway,
One thing I gotta ask:
I'm assuming what?
have you guys ever had mochi before? Because like this show both made me
Oh, yeah.
not
Yeah.
and want to try mochi for how often they talked about mochi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
they,
have you never?
I don't think I ever had. No.
They got
they
like some.
used to sell it at the one Asian market down that we used to always go to in the strip district.
Yeah, I just got
Yeah,
the
you can
Pocky.
find it around. I mean, they got what is it? Fuck you tea. I shouldn't say that on the thing. It's called Fuku tea. But
They do.
It's FUKU, so I say fuck you every time. But they have like little packs of mochi. I don't know how like if it's like,
Yeah.
like authentic or something, but like yeah, it's
I
pretty
think
good.
it's all ice cream mochi, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
ice
that
cream
doesn't
mochi.
make it bad. That makes it extra delicious.
No,
I
no.
mean-
I was gonna say that might be the best kind to start on.
It's
I
really
thought they
good.
had
I will
bean
say
paste
they
mochi.
do actually
I think it's a red bean paste
sell
ice cream.
ice cream mochi in one of the supermarket chains that's out this
Nemo!
way.
Yeah.
Is it like a paste in the middle, like a bean paste? Is that what it is? Like regular mochi?
It
Yeah.
depends.
Usually.
It
It
depends.
depends.
Traditionally, it is like a pounded rice cake with a red bean filling, but you can also have different other kinds of filling. You can also have different flavorings. Like one that I particularly like is matcha. And then like there was another one that I always used to get at the Asian market, which was like the regular red bean paste one, but it was like covered in sesame seeds.
The peanut ones are super
The only
good.
thing I ever knew about
Mhm.
mochi was like the traditional way of making it, where you just smack the shit out of it with a mallet.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't forget where someone has to like slap it with a wet hand in between that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I know in the show
Good
they in the show they have in Tamako Market they show they have modern machines that speed up the process, but there was an episode where they made homemade mochi on Mochi Day, and I just thought, oh man, to smack that shit with the mallet.
Oh, I actually learned how to make mochi from, of all places, Cooking Mama.
Yeah.
Because they actually had like a little like mini game set where you were making mochi and you had to like pound the thing so you can make your rice cake.
I was actually, one of the things I was surprised about is her dad's supposed to be like super traditional, but he has
Oh, yeah.
a machine to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I-
usually for traditional mochi makers, they're like, no machinery ever.
I think he might be traditional in like the recipe sense. Like he didn't want to like make it in like different shapes and like fillings and stuff. He was like, classic mochi is classic mochi, and that's always good. And like maybe there's some
this
sense
is
to
like
that.
a hot button issue in like mochi makers.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, there's definitely always going to be those people who are like, well, you have to do it exactly how it was when this was invented. But, when you got to run a shop and you have to make it, like, in mass, and you're only, like, one guy, two guys, but you're a small family, it's like, yeah, maybe get a couple modern things in there. Oh, yeah, someone just sent a gif of them smacking that mochi. You cannot deny that looks kind of freaking satisfying.
It does.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of slime.
Yeah.
They
The color isn't helping.
are not adding any water to that.
I think he's like doing it like he's got probably like a little bucket like just off screen.
Yeah,
That he's, like, going back
I'm
and
watching
forth
his
into.
hands.
No,
I think
you're
that's what
right,
he's
you're
doing.
right.
That or he's just like slapping his armpit.
Sweat.
Hey,
No,
if
No,
all
no,
you
no,
need-
no. It's his left hand. His
If-
left hand's going for the water, and I think it's getting his right hand
Oh.
like
There we go.
wet.
Al's gonna have to put
There
these
we go.
gifs in the
Do it.
in the video
Yeah,
now.
do it.
Yeah, I
To
probably am.
understand
I
the
probably am. They're gonna see them so that people kind of get
Yeah,
what we're looking
smack
at.
it.
Look at that timing though.
When I think of making mochi, I think of the scene from Plastic Nason.
Oh, of course. Of course.
I don't think I know that one.
Yeah.
Most of the time now, I think of the Try Guys video where they kept smacking each other's hands just because I think other people's pain is funny.
That just put bad
That's kinda
memories
how
in
Cookie Mama
my
went for
head,
me.
Gav.
Yeah.
Listen, Plastic Nason is a treasure.
Plastic
I don't think I
Nason
know
is
it,
something.
and I'm not entirely sure if I want to.
It's a series of shorts, and it doesn't make any sense, like, at all.
Oh, see, that sounds right up my alley. Like, I kind of enjoyed that Pop Team Epic thing.
I don't know if it's that insane, but it's like right in the middle.
That's what happened to Badminton's girl Racket after she caught the bird.
Oh no!
It broke.
I mean, honestly, when Dara fell on her racket, I was like, why is it not breaking?
It's you know what? She's really into badminton, so she got the good racket. That's not gonna break.
It's the Vision brand.
You mean the Yaoi brand?
Yeah. Same thing.
Aw, funny.
One really big plus, I do actually genuinely enjoy a lot of the characters.
Yay!
Not necessarily like the plot that's unfolding, but like
That's fair.
I like the characters' personalities.
Yeah, they're wholesome.
I like that the record cafe shop guy is like Santa Claus in the Christmas Hallmark movies.
Absolutely.
I love that the dad is just, he starts off real serious. You later find out he's a total dweeb who used to be in a band.
Yeah.
He acts like a tsundere later
A
on,
ska
too.
band.
He's so goddamn funny.
I
can't.
really, really love Kana as a character.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Is that the one that's like, math angles, I must fix this?
The one who was like, I will break your knees.
She's literally the daughter of a woodsman or a crafter, and it shows.
Uh,
And then the one girl, her
Yeah.
grandfather runs a toy shop, so like everyone's got
Oh,
everyone's got family that runs a out of ordinary business.
yeah. I like Midori. She was really cute. I liked her a lot.
It's gay.
She could be a little bit of a less lesbian mess, but
You haven't seen nothing yet,
leave her
honey.
alone.
You haven't seen nothing yet.
Oh.
Does she get more useless lesbian?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes. By far. Like, at a certain
Uh-huh.
point, she tries to sabotage the Mochi Joe guy.
yeah, possessive
Yeah.
lesbian-y.
A little bit. And even then, they kind of come to an understanding towards the end. They're like, okay, yeah. They're like, we both like her, but we're going to put aside our differences just this once.
Is Tamako Market different than Tamako Love Story?
That's the movie.
It's a sequel movie that
Okay.
takes place after the end of the last episode.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's completely slice of life. Like, there's no comedy. It's basically a drama.
So is the bird gone?
I don't want to say anything, but
Okay.
I mean, I'll just say this. The title of the movie is exactly what you get.
It's
Yeah.
a love story.
So we get the love triangle between Tamako, Midori, and the boy.
Well, what about the glasses girl that the bird was in love with,
I
who
was
was
gonna
clearly
say,
also
like,
in love with her?
Pretty
Yeah,
much
her too.
everyone
I am
like,
not-
in
A love
the show
square.
is sort of in love with Tamako.
They're all in
like,
love
out
with
of her friends.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew that every episode they're going to introduce a new person that's going to be added to Tamako's super harem.
You're right.
The one carpenter girl, she kind of seemed like oblivious asexual just along for the ride.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think she was just kind of the one friend that's there for like, where's my popcorn?
Yeah.
Just watching the chaos unfold.
Why frick frack when you can snick snack?
Yeah.
Sometimes a family is you, your super harem, and the market that raised you after your mom died.
Yep, that's another
Yep.
reason why I love the show. Like, the whole market is just like her whole extended family. Like, everybody loves her, and like everyone looks out for her.
Yeah,
It's-
cute.
I'm like, there are other kids in the market, though. Why are they not like that with any
I mean, they
of
love her
them?
sister, the little sister.
Is it because their mom died?
I think they
Maybe.
kind of like all sort of took responsibility to like help the father and the grandfather like raise them. Cause I feel like they sort of need like that form of support with them gone. So I think they probably just all grew a lot closer. Also, it's just kind of like they all sort of frequent like the same areas. They all sort of live in the arcade, and the bathhouse is kind of like one of the main frequenting areas for all of them. So honestly, it's a very like close community environment.
Yeah, but like you can see the difference in even just how Tamako is treated to Mochizo.
I'm wondering if maybe it's just the fact that like she's just that sweet
Oh,
that
well, she's
literally
part of a mochi shop.
everyone
So
I
is
mean-
he.
So she
I
got
don't
a whole
know.
harem.
for a lot of like people, like if you are just that endearing of like a person, like more than likely you're gonna have a lot of people who essentially adore you, more
Yeah.
or less.
It also
So.
doesn't hurt to be a, white bread protagonist.
There is also that.
I shouldn't say
I love-
white bread. It's only been 3 episodes. She probably gets more personality. Yeah, she has personality. I shouldn't say she's white bread. She ain't some of those, like, harem protagonists that are like, wow, you're, like,
Oh.
not as interesting as this piece of wood I found.
Oh, you should see her at episode 12.
Oh,
She
I'm
gets
sure
a lot of
she's-
personality.
I'm sure she...
It's not white.
I can tell she's got some stuff going on. She's not, like, blank as hell.
I really like seeing Badminton Girl trying to get the bird back to her house, and she's just like, are all these people your family? What is happening?
Yeah. Shuri just doesn't
Yeah.
understand.
The truth is, she's going to be a cult leader.
I mean, she knows that Dara likes her. She just doesn't give a shit. She's just like, oh yeah, I tolerate him.
Ah.
I can
Okay,
use this.
so-
But cults.
Yes.
It's
Eventually
a
we'll get the
commercial.
sequel movie, Tamako's Ascension.
She's
What
gotta
about-
slip some drugs into the mochi.
Yep.
The commercial was the indoctrination video.
Yes.
Yep.
They slipped some subliminal messaging in there.
Mm-hmm.
The moe is just a front.
No, the moe is the cesium that is going to slowly kill us all.
Maybe that's what they're slipping in the mochi.
Oh, there you
Yep.
go. All right. Any other thoughts y'all got?
Well, much like a lot of these characters, no thoughts, head empty.
What a mood.
I did enjoy, like, I thought it was kind of fun that, well, not fun, but like, it was kind of cute. The girl was like trying to figure out how to say thank you in the bathroom mirror.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I felt for her.
Yeah.
Same.
yeah.
I do that.
You know, honestly, Cece, I could see you cosplaying her. I'm not joking. Like, I could see you cosplaying her.
Who should I
But
cosplay?
you would have to get an actual yaoi paddle now.
Oh no.
Should I be the
It's
bird?
funny because my first thought was she looks like pre-transformation Homura.
That's
Thank
what
you.
That's true.
Thank you. Okay, this one over here, Yin was saying, like, nah, it didn't look that much like Homura. Like, okay, her hair is, like, tied up. She's got glasses. She's clearly an introvert. She can't talk to people. And now she's met, like, a happy-go-lucky person who is going to slowly bring her out of her shell. And I'm like seeing them at the coffee shop or whatever. And I'm, like, thinking, like, here's what's going on in her head right now. I will destroy the world for you.
She's purple coated.
Purple-coated,
Yeah.
dark hair, all of it. All of it. Homer used a bat, though. Or no, a golf club whenever she was doing her early magical girl stuff, though. Plus, they all talk to talking animals.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I mean,
That's
the
true.
similarities are all, like, just right there, man. You know, Madoka
Golf
was
club.
animated by Kyoto Animation as well, so it wasn't. It wasn't.
You know, golf club, badminton, like, racket, like...
White
Close
people
Those lame
sports,
sports.
you know how it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you just say?
White people sports, yeah.
White people.
Okay.
Wow.
I
Who
said
the
lame
fuck
people,
plays
so like same
badminton
thought.
professionally? Like, realistically.
Country club. Country
Exactly.
club.
You're not playing street badminton.
Well, now I just thought of another set of white people playing
I'm gonna go
tennis
play
that
illegal
we haven't
golf.
seen yet.
No, that's opened up a little bit more.
So is street golf the little putt-putt thing you can do on the toilet?
Believe it or not, there is, like, some people who have a hobby of, like, urban golf, where it's basically, like, go out into
Like
a city and
parkour,
start...
but golf.
Yes, it's kind of a combination of that. I'm not saying it's a common hobby, but it's a thing.
Okay, how many times does, like, a golf ball, like, injure someone or property?
Well, they have to be very good at running. Hence the parkour element.
I mean, if you're good at golf, you're gonna hit the ball relatively far away.
I assume the majority of it is short game stuff.
Oh, you said in an urban environment, the first thing I immediately thought of was putt-putt. And you have it just, like, set up, but in a city.
Extreme golf.
No, I think they just do it in a city. It's not like in an enclosed environment. I think the idea of training is of doing it as a form of training where it's like if you can golf anywhere, you can golf on any course.
So it's like street hockey.
Yes.
But bigger.
Yeah.
Except it's not. You don't have like we're just gonna be on this stretch of street. It's every street.
Okay.
Where does the goal go? We have no idea.
Okay, no, I'm just picturing like extreme golfers breaking into Putt Putt Palace and being like, I'm starting on 1, I'm gonna get the hole in over on 18.
I mean, I'm sure someone's tried it. This kind of makes me want to go do some putt-putt. I actually, there's a place up by my grandma's place. I wouldn't call it putt-putt. It's like a mini golf course. So it literally looks like a miniature golf course, but it's like really nice.
I am down to do putt-putt because I'm awful at it. I am
that's half the
super
fun.
awful.
Yeah, I suck at it too, but it's fun.
Yeah. We should just like
I
record
can hit the
ourselves.
ball backwards.
We'll just
on
record
a
ourselves
forward swing.
doing it. We gotta go and like record like a live video, us at a mini golf course, pretend like it's real golf or something. We'll come out dressed like pimps and we'll golf claps and everything. Pretend like we're having like ESPN coverage.
Quiet on the green.
Yes, quiet on the green. And good for pa. We're on such a far off tangent now.
Yeah.
All right.
I asked the
Tamako.
question of, do you have any other thoughts as a way of, like, getting us to stop talking?
Well, I had to talk
Now
about.
we're on putt-putt.
I had to
Good
talk
job,
about not
Chibi.
Homura.
I tried!
I love putt-putt.
I had to talk about Kuroe, or whatever her fucking name was from, Magia Record. That was a thing. And now she's here. She honestly did look more like Kuroe than she did Homura.
Okay, well, I don't
but-
know Magic Record.
Kuroe is the Bud Light version of Homura. So, yeah. I don't know. Any other thoughts?
Homura, but from Wish.com.
No.
Yays
Yes,
and nays?
she's Wish.com.
Oh,
Homura.
I
Yeah.
mean, well, you know my yay. It's a yay.
I would hope so, because you recommended it.
I
Yeah.
feel like we
Yes.
very often forget to do the actual yay or nay part.
We do.
I feel like sometimes, it feels like if we're all consistent on how we feel about it, like, it's not always necessary. But yeah, I think we were a little split on some of these.
Okay, I would say yay. I think it's worth a nice, relaxed, like, haha, watch through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm a nay. But if this
That's
is your
fine.
thing, it's a personal nay, but I could see this being a yay for a lot of other people.
I feel like I'm just kind of a meh or a light yay. Like, it was nice, but it wasn't something I would seek out on a personal level most of the time.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, considering I watched.
Oh, he finished.
Yeah.
If he finished
No,
it,
I just binged them.
if he watched everything available and then said nay, I'd be like, what the fuck
He
happened?
was hate watching it.
I have done that with
that's a
a few
yay.
anime, but yeah, not this. I'd say yay.
Alrighty, so that was Tamako Market. What are we doing next week? Envy, you're up next week. What are we watching?
Yes, we're watching. You can call it a bunch of different things. Its official title is Appare Ranman, or you can call it Wacky Races, the anime, or you can call it Steel Ball Run before Steel Ball Run gets animated. So, whatever you want to call it, it'll be next week. Appare Ranman.
You had me at Wacky Races. Fantastic. Alright, we'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon for notifications. If you enjoy this video, give us a like, and if you haven't already, check out some of our previous episodes, our daily gaming videos, or our parody series Madoka Magically Abridged. See you next time!